Republicans are ahead, and I mean way ahead, in the races for the Senate in 2014, impelled by Obamacare. There are 7 races now for Democratic-held seats in which Republicans are actually now in the lead, and in some cases decidedly in the lead. In 3 vacant seats, Montana, South Dakota, and West Virginia, all occupied now by Democratic incumbents, the Republican candidate is more than 10 points ahead in each state. Those races are basically over. Then you have the 4 classical Democratic incumbents who are most seriously challenged by Republicans. And in 3 of the 4 races, the Republican is actually ahead right now. Louisiana against Marie Landrieu, Cassidy is ahead. In North Carolina and in Alaska, there are tough Republican primaries, but all of the Republican candidates are ahead of the Democratic incumbents, Hagan in North Carolina and Begich in Alaska. The 4th race in Arkansas, Mark Pryor holds a small lead over Tom Cotton, the Republican, but very small, and Pryor, the incumbent, is well under 50% of the vote. And my experience, particularly in Arkansas, is that the undecided vote almost always goes to the challenger in a Senate race. So I think we're in good shape in those seats. And then there are a bunch of new ones that are coming on. In Colorado, Mark Udall is in serious trouble. Cory Gardner, Republican congressman, former client, is running against him. And Gardner is behind by only 44 to 42. With Udall at 44, he could be very vulnerable. In Iowa, which is an empty seat, Braley, the Democrat, is only 3 points ahead of his Republican challengers. There's going to be a primary among Republicans, but for Braley to start off at only 41, he's the Democratic congressman, it means he's not in very good shape. And then the surprise of the year so far is Michigan, where it's a Democratic seat. Carl Levin is retiring, and Terry Lynn Land, the Secretary of State of Michigan, is actually 2 points ahead of Gary Peters, the Democratic nominee in Michigan, the land of Obama. The one of the ultimate blue states. And then you have a couple of other races that bear watching. The Democrat incumbent is under 50% of the vote in Oregon against Wehby, W-E-H-B-Y, a neurosurgeon. And in New Hampshire, Sheehan is just at 50% of the vote, 50.0, against Scott Brown, who is senator in Massachusetts. But you figure when Brown goes to New Hampshire and announces and begins campaigning, that race may tighten up too. And joy of joys, Al Franken is ahead by only 44 to 41 in Minnesota. So Franken also could be defeated. The only takeaway that the Democrats have a shot at is McConnell in Kentucky. He's only 1 point ahead and well below 50. One hopes that after he wins his primary, he'll be able to get more support and be able to get reelected. But you're looking at least the 7 needed to take control. And with a couple of good breaks, it could be 11 or 12. That would be 56 or 57 Republican senators. Thanks for watching.